Hi, Alejandra. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Miss. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too. So let's please begin with our class. So on a previous class, we were talking about tag questions. We finished this, right?
Sí.
All right, perfect. We did this and then we did this conversation.
Yes.
All right. And now we have to begin unit number 5. All right, so let's please review on vocabulary in this unit. And well, vocabulary is going to be related to employment. And here we have the following words. Application. What is an application? It's a letter or a form with details of your qualification, your skills, your experience, and you send it to a firm or a company when requesting to be considered for a job or position, right? That's an application. The background. What is the meaning of background? Please, can you read on the description?
A person's education, qualification, and or work experience.
Yes. The bonus. What is a bonus?
Money added to someone wages, especially as a reward for a good work.
Yes. An employee. What is the meaning of employee?
Someone who is paid to work for someone else.
Yes. And trainee.
A person who is practicing the skills of a particular job or profession.
Yes. Hire.
Employ someone.
Interview.
An oral examination of a candidate for a job.
Make redundant.
Dismiss because of not being needed.
Yes, that's the meaning of make redundant. Also like fire, right? Notice.
Advance warning of intention to resign.
Yes, so for example, when you do something bad in your job, no, something that you are not supposed to do, and they give you a notice. Overtime.
Work more than the number of hours required by contract.
Correct. All right, so these are some of the words that you're going to be reviewing on this vocabulary about employment. Is there any doubt or question according to the vocabulary?
No means thank you.
All right, very good. Let's please work on the practice. There you go. And let me know when you're done, please. Thank you.
I'm finished, Miss.
All right, good. And how did you do on this practice of vocabulary?
At the first time, I make a lot of mistakes. Then I repeat the practice.
All right, perfect. Great. Let's please now move on. What are you going to be reviewing on grammar? Well, you're going to be reviewing on the use of the present perfect. And well, let's please begin with the usage. When do we use the present perfect? And also the corresponding examples. We use the present perfect to express things you have done in your life. For example, can you read, please?
She has never studied Japanese.
Correct. Also to express numbers of times you have done something.
How many times have you tried to call her?
And to describe recently completed actions which are important now.
I have some bad news. I've lost my job.
Yes. And to express situations that started in the past and are still true.
I've known James for 4 or 5 years.
Yes. And to describe unfinished actions or situations.
I've read half of the book.
Yes. So here, how is the structure? Well, for the present perfect tense, we are going to be needing a subject followed by the auxiliaries, have or has. Now, what is the difference between these two? Have, you're going to be using with auxiliary I, we, you, and they. So basically, I and the plural subject. Has, you're going to be using with he, she, it, followed by the verb in the past participle tense. All right, that's for affirmative. So I will say, I have tried sushi. She has tried sushi. Negative statements. Subject followed by have not or haven't, which is the contracted form, or has not or hasn't, followed by the past participle tense and the complement. I have not tried sushi, or I can say I haven't tried sushi, and she has not tried sushi, or she hasn't tried sushi. For questions, the only thing we do is we place the auxiliary before the subject and then followed by the verb in the past participle tense and the complement. Have you tried sushi? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has she tried sushi? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. And this is the structure. So do you have any doubts or questions about this?
When you said I have to use have with I and the plural forms of
Yes, plural subject. And
uh
has only with he, she, it.
and then the sentence will be uh, she has tried sushi.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Mhm. Don't forget, has you only use with the third person singular. He, she, it
It's the same for questions and negative form.
is the same for negative and for questions.
Okay.
Right, very good. Let's please move on to the practice. And for this, you're going to be using the verbs from the third column. Vamos a estar utilizando los verbos de la tercera columna, ¿no? Porque son 3 que vienen en las listas y vamos a estar utilizando la tercera, ¿no? El pasado participio, no el pasado simple. Past participle. All right?
Okay.
Okay, let's please work on the practice. Thank you. Is there a doubt or a question that you may have, Alejandra?
Um, just the verbs are uh, added when you see also you put seen you seen my earrings, Michael. It's correct. Katie been to Paris and Rome several times.
Yes, well, it is very important for you to check on the verb, right? It must be from the third column, past participle. Irregular verbs are going to change the writing. Aquí lo importante es la memorización, ¿no? Porque los verbos irregulares cambian su estructura en su forma pasada y en su forma de pasado participio. Es decir, no hay una estructura a seguir, cambian. Es por eso que se tienen que memorizar. Ahora, los verbos regulares son los que van a terminar en ed, ¿no? Todos, en pasado simple y pasado participio, ed. Es el mismo, ¿no? Si te has debido dar cuenta, los regulares son lo mismo, pasado simple y pasado participio. Pero los irregulares cambian la escritura en sus tres tiempos. Por ejemplo,
Okay.
go es en su forma base. Went es en pasado participio y en pasado simple, perdón. Y en pasado participio es gone. Totalmente diferentes los tres.
Miss, I'm done.
All right, and how did you do on this practice?
Um, is the present simple? I don't know. Can we please
Check, of
check?
course.
I have zero.
All right, maybe you forgot writing the auxiliary. Let's see. What happened? Yes, you forgot the auxiliaries. Katie, what is the auxiliary for Katie? Have or has?
Have.
Katie is not a plural subject.
Oh, has.
Yes, very good. So Katie has been to Paris and Rome several times, no? Is here. I have been, no? I have tried. So always the auxiliary, because if you don't put the auxiliary, then it's not the past, the present perfect. Here is a question, and whenever you make a question, you have to place the auxiliary before the subject, right? Have or has followed by the auxiliary. Have you tried sushi? And here you put you done. Is have you done? Have, no?
Okay.
Mhm. Yes, I have done it. Yes, I have, mom. You don't have to repeat the same verb, right? It's just yes, I have. No, I haven't. And here, my parents never jump. My parents, and what auxiliary you have to place here? My parents. It's a plural subject.
It's a plural. Have done.
No, just have, right? Because here you
Have.
have the verb. My parents have never jumped out of a plane. And here, what auxiliary are you going to be using?
Has.
Has is for the third person singular. He, she, it.
Oh, have. I'm sorry.
Yes. I have lived here since 2000 and I still like it. Here, it's a question again. So you have to place the auxiliary. Have you seen my earrings, Michael? I can find them. Have you seen? Here, Helen. What auxiliary are you going to be using for Helen?
It's the third person singular.
What is the auxiliary?
Has.
Yes, Helen has never visited. No, remember this verb must be in the past participle. Visited Asia. Here, I
Have.
have never lived in a foreign country. George and I, what auxiliary are you going to write?
Uh, have.
Yes, George and I have already written the first draft of our science project. And here, negative. What auxiliary are you going to be using?
Have.
Yes, I have not tried snowboarding yet. And here on the next one, Betty,
Has.
yes, has not answered my emails yet. Holly is a famous singer. She
Has.
sung over 100 songs. Correct. I
Have.
I have just cut my finger. Correct. Peter
Has.
has not played basketball for a month. Correct. Harry
Has.
has just come from his holidays. Perfect. Yes, correct. This is it. So you miss the auxiliaries. That was your mistake, all right? So, but don't worry, okay? Don't worry. You missed the auxiliaries. Remember, all the structures have auxiliaries, right? Well, here I have a conversation practice using the present perfect, but would you like to work on another practice?
Yes, please.
Yes, of course. Just give me 1 second and I will be sharing with you another practice about the present perfect. Okay, right. Present perfect. And this will be to practice a positive and here positive and negative. Let's see. All right, there you go. That's another practice. Let me know when you finish the practice, okay? Thank you.
Okay, Miss. I'm finished, Miss.
Great. And how did you do on this practice?
9 of 10, I think.
Okay, that's great. So let's see. If there was a mistake, we can check if you want. You want to check your practice?
Yes, please.
Of course. Let's see. All right. So everything correct here. Oh, here. Hurt. The past participle of hurt is just hurt without the S.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And here we haven't left. And it's not, it says hasn't, but it's correct. We haven't. Yes. That will be your two only mistakes, okay? I lose, I lost, and yeah, lost. This one is correct. Left is from leave. So here we haven't lost our tickets. Yes, this one is perfectly fine. So you have 9.5, okay? This will be your only
Okay.
mistake because of the S, nothing else.
Okay.
Yes, we have to remember there are some verbs that keep their form like cut. For example, cut is in the base form, cut is in the simple past, and cut is in the past participle. And this one also, hurt, 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 cut, cut, cut.
Okay.
The ones that don't change. All right, well, let's please practice the conversation now. And well, we are going to have a conversation using the present perfect tense. Here, question number 1. Have you ever ridden a horse?
No, I never read a horse.
All right, and have you ever slept for more than 12 hours?
No, but I want to.
All right. And have you ever seen a ghost?
No, neither.
All right. And have you ever swum in an ocean?
No, I never. But I want. I would like to swim in an ocean,
All
maybe in the
right.
beach or some place like that.
Okay. And have you ever had a headache?
I usually had headaches. I have migraine.
Okay. All right. And well, have you ever eaten something really strange?
Um, I like eat cheese and ¿cómo se dice palta?
Avocado?
Avocado palta and tomatoes and mustache in a sandwich. That's pretty strange. Some people don't like it.
All right. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yes. And well, a lot of people now find different things delicious. Okay. That's interesting. And well, have you ever gotten an A plus on a test?
And A plus is 100 or
Like 100 points, correct?
yes. I maybe in the university I had like 3 or 4 times.
All right. So you were very clever. And have you ever bought something very expensive?
If I usually bought something very expensive, is for my mom. She likes a lot of jewelry,
Okay.
and she's my mom. And I always try to give her something nice in her birthday or the Mother's Day. I don't know, just special occasions.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Yes. And we all do that to moms, right?
Yes,
Of course. More for moms than for like fathers.
yes,
And even Mother's Day is big. Very important.
it's mom.
Yes. And nine. Have you ever cried at a sad movie?
Yes, I usually always cry when I see Violet and Finch. It's not
Okay.
I can avoid the cried part. I always cry when I saw the that movie.
All right. Okay. And please finish this sentence. I have because.
I have to study more because I need to learn English very well.
Okay. Very good. So as you can see in these questions here, we are following the grammar tense, right? Always beginning with have because my subject is you in all the questions. But if my subject were different, for example, he, she, or it, I will be using has, right? So always use the auxiliary before the subject. Then if you want, you can ask ever. You can add ever or not. Have you seen a ghost? It can be your question, okay? But this ever es si alguna vez has visto un fantasma, ¿no? Alguna vez es esta palabra. But without ever, sin la palabra ever, también es una pregunta, ¿no? Have you seen a ghost? ¿Has visto un fantasma? Yes, I have. No, I haven't, ¿no?
Mhm.
Y aquí es la pregunta para ver si alguna vez has visto un fantasma, ¿no? Para que la respuesta sea un poquito más completa, tal vez, ¿no? De cuándo, cómo. And all of these verbs are in the past participle tense. Todos estos verbos están en pasado participio. Muy importante que puedes observar aquí que el único verbo regular es cried. Irregular, 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 irregular e irregular. Todos los demás son irregulares. Entonces, es muy importante, ¿no? Repasar los verbos irregulares primero, porque son los que cambian en los tres tiempos, incluso algunos totalmente. Y bueno, recordar que en la lista de los verbos regulares, si tú revisas la columna del pasado simple y el presente, el pasado perfecto, el pasado participio, perdón, todos van a terminar en ed o d, ¿ok?
Okay.
Entonces no es muy complicado, ¿no? Al momento de usar verbos regulares porque sabes que van a terminar en ed, ¿no? En su forma participio o pasado simple. Mientras que los regulares sí, ¿no? Porque, por ejemplo, aquí en el primero o en el segundo, digamos, ¿no? El verbo en su forma base es sleep. En pasado es
Sí.
slept, ¿no? En pasado simple se repite, al igual que en pasado participio. Y el sin, ¿no? En presente simple es sí, en pasado es so
So,
y en pasado participio es sin.
sí,
Y swam, en presente es swim,
sí.
en pasado es swam con A
Um,
y en pasado participio con U,
so,
¿no? Lo mismo con Bueno, had, que en presente es have, y en pasado had y had, ¿no? El mismo. Eaten, en su forma base es eat, en su forma de pasado es ate, y en pasado participio eaten. Entonces, algunos sí irregulares se repiten en su forma pasada y pasada participia, pero no son todos, ¿no? Y la escritura es muy diferente. Entonces, es por esta razón que tenemos que tener cuidado con los verbos irregulares. ¿De acuerdo? This
Okay.
is it. And of course that now while you do your activities and your exercises, you can use your verb list. Y claro, ¿no? Porque estás viendo la estructura, creo que estamos viendo esta primera vez, ¿no? El presente perfecto. Es
Sí, es
primera
la
vez.
primera vez.
Muy bien. Entonces, puedes, ¿no? Utilizar la lista de los verbos, claro, y después poco a poco ir memorizándolos. All right.
Sí,
So
ok.
today I will be assigning you all the activities from unit number 5. Te asignaré hoy, va a estar a partir de hoy habilitadas las tareas de la unidad número 5. Y bueno, el día viernes vamos a terminar. Y de hecho va a estar habilitado hoy hasta el fin de semana, ¿no? Porque el lunes tendrías que dar tu examen. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, y el quiz igual lo vas a realizar en el fin de semana. Y
Ok,
well,
Miss.
another question. How did you do on your other assignments? ¿Cómo te fue con las otras asignaciones?
Um, this morning I finished the quiz of C3.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, and also I start the C4. Just uh, el detalle es que yo reviso las lecciones siempre antes de empezar a hacer la tarea
Ah,
y
claro.
voy, y voy anotando las cosas de las que voy dudando. Entonces, es por eso que a veces me tardo un poco más en hacer las tareas, pero
Claro.
ya terminé el C3, me estaría faltando solamente el C4
Ya,
y las de ahora que me va a asignar el C5.
perfecto. Y bueno, lo importante es que ahora tenemos el fin de semana, ¿no? Que se extiende, así que el C4, pero no, aún está vigente hasta...
Hasta el
por-
20, si no me equivoco. Hoy más
Oh,
tengo.
ok.
Ajá. Hoy
Ah,
más
ya.
tengo, pero yo pienso que lo voy a acabar.
En caso de que no me avisas, yo sí te lo extiendo hasta el 21, porque igual sabes que para esta unidad vas a tener todo el fin de semana, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Ok?
El examen que lo di del C3, eso era lo que quería preguntarle. Estaba ya sin tiempo, porque como lo había empezado el día que le avisé que sí podía avisar, a ampliarme el plazo, estaba
Ujú.
ya sin tiempo el examen. No sé si en eso afecta en algo.
Ya, pero ¿pudiste terminar el examen?
Sí terminé el examen, pero no salía como marcado cuando revisé la...
Oh, ya, ya. A ver, revisemos porque tal vez no se ha registrado. En ese caso, si no se registró, tendría que asignarte nuevamente. Y de la unidad 3, ¿verdad?
Sí,
31. Ah, sí. Bueno, aquí está saliendo aquí porque aún no se ha tomado el porcentaje de la revisión de las tareas manuales, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces no te preocupes.
sí,
Sí, unidad 3. Somewhere around here, sí, 83%.
ajá, sí, esa fue mi nota.
Sí, está registrado.
Ok,
Bueno, de 4, no. Está bien. En caso de que necesites más tiempo para la unidad 4, me avisas, por favor, y así extiendo un día más, no hay problema.
ya,
Porque las 5 lo vas a realizar durante el fin de semana y vas a tener más días, ¿no?
porque
Ok.
tengo tiempo hasta la noche sería,
El-
¿no?
hasta el domingo, exactamente.
No, ahora la tarea del...
Ah, hasta el 20 creo que está abierto, ¿no? Entonces sería
sí, hasta
mañana
el 20.
hasta la medianoche.
Sí, está bien. Yo
Ok,
pienso que voy a acabar. Sí,
perfect. All right, well, let's please work on the survey. And well, I wanted to tell you that I changed my schedule recién igual yo cambié mi horario a horario de invierno, entonces podemos pasar a 7:30, 8:30, miércoles y viernes, incluso lunes si quieres, no hay problema.
Ya. Eh, la otra semana ya voy a estar cambiando de horario en el hospital. Entonces, si no me equivoco, me van a poner al turno de la mañana. ¿Habría la posibilidad de cambiar las clases a la tarde?
Uy, te comento que en este momento estoy todo el horario de la tarde. La única hora disponible sería de 1 a 2. Sí.
Ese va a ser un problema, porque me van a poner a partir del aviso de qué fecha. Este mes estaría pasando mis clases, perdón, estaría con este horario hasta el 23, domingo 23, y a partir del 24 me van a poner en las mañanas.
Ya. Bueno, tendríamos que ver, ¿no? Lo importante es que tal vez el lunes, si podrías dar tu examen para terminar el módulo y después hablamos con Lourdes, no te preocupes. Y bueno, veríamos, ¿no? Qué posibilidad hay pero en la tarde sí, incluso tengo otro estudiante más que se incorporó en la tarde de 4 a 5, de 5 a 6 y el estudiante que tengo en la noche, pero ya va a terminar él, ¿no? Pero a ver, tendríamos que ver, ¿no? Cómo podríamos
El,
acomodar el horario.
el examen podría ser en
Ujú.
otro horario. El detalle es que hasta ahorita no ha salido el rol de turnos en mi trabajo, pero como ya empieza ellos reparten los turnos por 23 días, 24 días, serían 3 semanas del mes, pero lo hacen como 4 semanas, es decir, empiezan siempre una semana antes del mes a cambiar el turno.
Ya. Bueno, esperemos que te mantengan en la mañana. En todo caso, no te preocupes. Vemos ya cómo modificamos tu horario para tu examen el día lunes, no hay problema.
Ya,
Y vemos, ¿no? En caso de que sea factible o no y en los tiempos, no te preocupes.
ya. Yo le voy
All
a
right.
avisar el viernes, seguramente yo creo que ya van a sacar entre hoy y mañana el rol de turnos
Ujú.
y le estaría avisando.
Perfect. Perfecto, no
Ok,
hay ningún problema. All right. Have a great day.